Hey, good afternoon everyone. This is just a really quick update on what I've been doing myself over the last few weeks. I'm going to show you how I've started to unpack and sort out all these transformers that I've been going on about for months now. Still haven't listed a single one yet, but I am getting around to it, I promise. So yeah, here we go. This is what we're doing. Okay, for anyone just looking at all my videos, they must have the most boring sort of thumbnails ever because it's just views of shelving. So yeah, but let me just walk you through what I've done so far. So I think I've already shown you all what's on this side here. These are all the bits and pieces that I've unpacked and organised that I've yet to list on eBay. So this is going to be my income stream, most of it really, for the next 12 months or so, or even longer, hopefully. As you can see there, those are all the box transformers. This here is the box Lego that I've been collecting over the last 3 years with all my profits from my eBay selling. Obviously, I'm full-time now, formerly self-employed, so I'll be using this to help generate income to sustain me when there's weeks, such as the last week, where I haven't bought much. Obviously, I'm still going to have a huge amount of inventory to list. So, yeah, moving on then. This is what I've done so far. Okay, so these shelves here are the result of me emptying 2 of these big boxes here. And I've counted there's about 100 transformers in these. So I'm just going to give you a brief overview of what we've got. Starting on the top here, we've got Cybertron Omega Supreme, complete with the head that usually goes missing. He's an absolute beast. He's about 20 inches tall. Not quite as big as like the Fortress Maximuses and things, but not far off. Then here we've got these Constructicons from the Revenge of the Fallen film. There's loads of them. There's duplicates. So it's the Supreme class ones. I don't think they turn into robots. They just combine to make the huge Devastator. There seems to be 2 of each of them there. I don't know if you can see very well because that's as far as I can stretch. That's best I can do for an angle. There's a giant Optimus. I think that's just just like a playset thing. It's part of like a racetrack thing. Giant bloody cement mixer there, again part of the Constructicons. And these are fabulously detailed vehicles, they really are. Whether or not you agree with the designs for Michael Bay's films, I must say they have come out with some fantastic toys. I mean, look at the size of that compared to my hand there. It's absolutely huge. I haven't had a go yet of transforming and combining them, so that's part of the fun, that when I'm listing all these. So yeah, I'd imagine the Supreme Devastator model is going to be absolutely massive. So yeah, I can't wait to get stuck in with that. So yeah, top shelf there is mostly Constructicons and Omega Supreme. There's a sneaky little Silverbolt hiding away there. I've tried to organise these as best I can. Obviously, I'm just opening boxes as I go, so they haven't been packed away necessarily in any particular order from where I bought them from. So moving down, we've got some assorted vehicles here. Look at my fingers. On the back here, we've got, don't know what that is, maybe a Acid Storm or something. Got Megatron, Shockwave, again was a fantastic design from Dark of the Moon that I loved. Got Sentinel Prime at the back, a leader class one. We've got some Transformers animated figures, which are amazing, love these. So we've got, I think that's animated, Optimus, presumably Bulkhead with a funny head, but I don't understand why he's got that. And we've got Megatron there. These are all bits from, I'm not sure what that is. No, I haven't got a clue what that's from. So this is, I'm going to have to obviously go through all these, label them all so I know exactly what I'm going to be listing. Coming down next now, we've got a leader class shelf. So we've got a Revenge of the Fallen leader class Prime with the blades that bust out. One of the best Prime toys ever, also one of the most complicated to transform. It's absolutely horrendous. One of the most difficult transformations of any Transformer, even more than any Masterpiece ones. We've got leader class Starscream, leader class Megatron, leader class Bumblebee with some nifty little headgear, and another leader class Sentinel Prime. I don't know if that one's any different to the one up there or not. I'd have to have a look, but these guys are about 12 inches tall, they're huge. And then the last leader class one here is this funky fella. I'm not sure of what he's called, but it's some variant, some recolor of the Optimus Prime. They have used a slightly different head mold by the looks of it, so I'm not sure which movie exactly that's taken from or meant to be from, if anyone can enlighten me. Yeah, look, the legs are completely different there as well to these ones here. I quite like him actually. He's really beefy. He's got the chunky arms as well. He's ace. I think the transformation's completely different. So yeah, I don't know where he's from. And then these are I think the Cyber Stomper figures. So we've got quite a few of these. We've got 2 Bumblebees there. 3 primes, 4 primes, another Bumblebee, a Megatron, and a Devastator. They don't transform. They're just sort of giant figures that you can knock around with. Yeah, okay, next shelf down, we have a selection of vehicles. These are, I think they were skids and mudflap in the ice cream truck form. It's quite a rare little figure that, but I've got a few of those there. The other assorted vehicles, I don't know what they are yet. I'll have to go through them. Here we've got some Voyager class Seekers. So we've got Thundercracker in his G1 colours. Think that's Ramjet, Starscream, and presumably Skywarp at the back there. I didn't like these at first, but some of the sculpting is quite good. They're quite unusual. They just look really disproportionate. I don't like how they're built and how they stood. They just don't look like they would work in real life, really. So yeah, there we go. We've got a miniature, well, not miniature, like a Voyager class Sentinel Prime. That's a Transformers Cybertron. Is it a Thunderwing or a Galvatron, I think? Some kind of Shockwave at the back there. Don't know where he's from, whether he's from Fall of Cybertron. Oh, there's another leader class here. Look at this guy. He's amazing. This is, I think, Brawl from the movies. Again, an absolutely amazing sculpt. And this guy here, again, is about 12 inches tall. He's got lights and sound on him as well. I have great fun transforming him. All the weapons seem to be present on all these as well. So they have really been well cared for and looked after. What else do we have here? We've got 3 repaints of the same mould. I don't know what they are, but yeah, they've got all the little mini cons on the back there. Same with some little dinosaur type things. Again, don't know what they're from, unfortunately. This is the tiniest Optimus Prime I've ever seen. Let me just put that into perspective. Where's the giant one? Here we are. Look at that. He's well cute. There you go. Tiny little Optimus there, and I think he transforms as well by the looks of it. So yeah, I'll have to get his transformation on in the next video. And moving down, we've got a smaller Brawl, some Cybertronian style jets. I'm not sure what they are. That, first of all, I thought was one of the ones from the new Bumblebee film. So it looks quite similar to the Shatter or Dropkick, but it's not. It's Cliff Jumper. There we go. Just realised it's Cliff Jumper from Transformers Prime, maybe. Don't know. That's a really awesome sculpt. That, it looks amazing. Really clever. I mean, you wouldn't know that was a Transformer, to be honest, and without, just make sure it's pushed together properly. Yeah, you wouldn't know that was a Transformer. That looks great. And you turn it over. Pounds ahead. Wasn't he voiced by The Rock, by Dwayne Johnson in the cartoon? I think he was. Bit of trivia there for you. We've got, I think, a Vector Prime there. We've got giant Beast Hunters Optimus Prime at the back. Little bits and pieces on the back of him. Can't remember what this guy was. It's similar to... Oh, what was it? Is it like a recolor of an Ultra Magnus or something? 2002, so it's 17 years old, so that's old, that is. And I've got a feeling that he goes with him as well, because I'm sure I've got an Ultra Magnus knocking about in the Ultra Magnus colours. So one of them's a recolor of the other one. This is quite nifty there. I've got a little Unicron figure. Haven't been many Unicron toys over the year. In fact, I think there's only been 2 different moulds. Correct me if I'm wrong. Got the giant one, which is over there, which I've got 2 of, which they've recoloured a couple of times. And then this one here. Oh yeah, there was for Transformers Prime as well. There was a different Unicron which turned into like a volcano or something ridiculous. Then we've got a couple of different Megatrons. I think they're Armada Megatrons. Again, correct me if I'm wrong, I'm not sure 100%. And then a Laserbeak and a few other bits and pieces there. So what I'm going to be doing, I'm going to be getting more of the shelving. This stuff here is fantastic. Super strong. And it's only 25 quid for one of these, and each shell can hold up to like 120 kilos in weight. So you can have a party on it, really. It's great. So as it stands now, I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of them, and as they're growing, it's getting stuff lifted up off the floor. So what we've got left to organise, and I'm going to start listing stuff now, because now they're out of boxes that I've got to get moving on them, really. I've sorted out a box of, not him, this is a giant ultimate singing, dancing, talking Bumblebee, which is quite cool. That's a box all of G1 stuff in there that I found amongst everything, all loose G1. So I've got that. I've got another box there full of bots. I've got that full of bots that goes all the way down to the floor. And then I've got another 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 there. So I reckon, yeah, I'm probably right with my estimate of about 500 transformers, seeing as I've already got about 100 in there, just over 100, and probably about 100 box ones all amongst there. There are boxes along the top here as well. What did I see that was quite cool? You know, they've kept this out because I'd never seen this before or heard of it. It's a little Autobot combiner called Rail Racer. And he seems to be quite rare, quite hard to get hold of. So it's 6 individual little trains that combine into, with a load of kibble, into an Autobot. Little train just shoved on the back there. Oh, these are the head and that's in there. So he does seem to be complete, actually. So yeah, yeah, maybe. Yeah, that was quite a nice little find. But yeah, there's just loads of cool stuff, really. Again, I found today, whilst I was sorting through a G1 hot rod. I was going to keep him for myself, but I think I actually got a G1 hot rod. God, they look so small now, don't they? Wowee. God, it really does put it into perspective how little I must have been when these come out, because that feels tiny. That feels about as big as the Bumblebees did in my hand when I was a kid. So he's ace. He's still one of my favourite figures. I don't care what anyone says. I hating on Hot Rod, but Hot Rod is amazing. He's like the vision of the guy you wanted to be when you were 8 years old. Yeah, cool dude. What else we got in there? We've got an Astro train. God, it's so heavy. You really feel the die cast in that. That's ace. Yeah, we've got an Astro train there. What I'm going to show you, do something a little bit different. My next video is going to be a sales update for June. I'll show you everything that was sold in June. I've had quite a good month. The last week or so has been a little bit slow. Nothing awful, but definitely noticed the 2 weeks that I wasn't listing anything. So I'll go through that with you in my sales video. Hopefully things are going to start picking up again. I have had a couple of good sales, also a couple of good issues, but things I'm going to talk about in my next video. What I do want to do though is show you what I've built at home. I've been building like a media unit out of plywood. Well, my dad has really. I've just sort of been helping him and making tea and stuff. But so it's covered our whole wall in our lounge, built out of ply, and it's going to fit all of our books. I mean, we've got hundreds of books, all our Lego sets. This is our own personal stuff, Funko Pops. So it'd be quite interesting for me to show you what I've done and how we've achieved it, and if that's something you guys would be interested in. I think a lot of people watching this I get a good idea, a good bit of inspiration as to how to organise all this stuff. It's got our TV, our speakers, our stereo system all incorporated into it. So yeah, hopefully that'll be something that I'll be showing you, well, as soon as it's finished really. It's nearly finished. So yeah, so that's about it now for today. So just a quick cheeky little update on the Transformers organisation and sourcing. We are getting there, and I promise I will actually start listing these on eBay soon. So thanks again for watching. You all have a fantastic weekend, and see you all very soon. Thanks a lot. Bye bye.